Hello and welcome. Inside the broadcast booth, Merchants are back in Everett for the first time in quite some time, and we are underway facing the Highline Bears. Zach Spradlin leading off for Highline. He'll face Charlie Wright. Here's the first pitch. It's a ground ball, one hopper, right to the shortstop. Austin Hockey throws over to first baseman Nick Anderson for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out for Charlie Wright, and he gets things underway the right way. Cole Chambers is hitting next. We'll take a quick look at Charlie Wright's numbers. When he's starting, an 0-1 record, 3 starts, 12 and a third innings pitched, 5.11 ERA, and the count goes to 1-1. Your infield tonight from left to right: Max Witt at third, Max Nealon at shortstop, Austin Hawk at second, and at first base, Nick Anderson. Here's the pitch from Charlie. It's taken for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1. Two and one. Here's the pitch from Charlie. Swing and a miss. Over the top is Cole Chambers, and the count goes to 2-2. James Kobe on deck for the Bears. Merchants have defeated the Highline Bears 11-1 and 17-5 this season. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a weak ground ball that gets foul, and we'll do it again. Cole Chambers hitting 190 on the season. Charlie making sure he has the count right. He does. Here's the wind. And the 2-2 pitch. It's lifted sky high. Taking a peek are the left side infielders, and it'll get out of play and into the stands for a loud strike or foul ball. Count will stay at 2-2. Charlie Wright hustles back to the mound. Cole Chambers will see the 7th pitch of the at-bat from Charlie Wright. He gets this sign. Here he comes. The 2-2 pitch is lifted out of play, and we'll do it again. 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss at a breaking ball away, and the second out of the inning is recorded via the K. James Kobe coming up with 2 away in the top of the first inning.
The third baseman, number 5, James Kobe.
James Kobe, a .375 hitter on the season, hitting third. He would be followed, if necessary, by Keelan Martin, the first baseman. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's taken low for ball 1. And your outfield, Kobe Blunt in left field, Sam Linscott in center, and Jackson Swim in right. Here's the pitch from Charlie. It's outside. 2-0 the count. First time he's missed on the first pitch. Kobe ready for the pitch. Here it comes from right. It's a swinging fly ball out to Jackson Swim. On the run, he can't make the play. It'll be a one bouncer to him. The throw over to second is just a little bit late, and a 2-out double for the Bears. Gets a base runner on second, and in scoring position will bring up Keelan Martin. Martin, a .384 hitter on the season, a great year for the lefty bat at first base. Infield straight up, along with the outfield. The way, but he finds it, and the count goes to 1-0. On deck is Cole Trottignon. He's DHing tonight. Charlie looks in and gets the sign that he likes. Working from the stretch. Comes set and delivers. The pitch is a swinging, hard-hit line ball. A one hop to Jackson Swim. They drive in a 2-out run.
Brings up the DH number 26, Cole Trottignon.
And brings up Cole Trottignon. 1-0 Bears lead the Merchants. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Cole Trottignon looking to move up Keelan Martin. Here's Charlie's pitch. It's a ground ball over to Max Witt. Can't make the play, and a diving kneel-in. Can't make it either. And another single, 3 straight hits given up by
Now the catcher, number
Charlie Wright will bring up Jarrett Lineward, the catcher for the Highline Bears. Two outs here. Runners on first and second, one across for the Bears. Charlie Wright's looks good, only 3 balls so far, but a lot of first pitch swinging for these Highline Bears. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. For strike one, and the count goes to 0-1. Merchants returning to Everett for the first time in several weeks. 2 consecutive tournaments in Canada, a third-place finish in Grand Forks, and a championship in Kamloops just a few days ago. This pitch is taken for a strike. And the count goes to 0-2. Bogatz continues to warm in the pen for the Merchants. A very light breeze out towards left. On a muggy, warm day here in Everett as time is called. Charlie held a little too long for Lineward's liking. On deck is Kenny Miller. Here's the pitch. 0-2 is outside, and the count runs to 1-2. Charlie looked very efficient through his first 2 outs. A ground out on the first pitch and a swinging strikeout, but 3 straight hits is putting him in a bit of trouble and has already plated a run. Working from the stretch. Charlie comes set and delivers. The 1-2. It's a cold strike 3, and that will retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Austin Hauk, Kobe Blunt, and Sam Lentz got up for your Merchants when we return the first inning. The Highline Bears won, and your Everett Merchants coming up. Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Highline leads your Everett Merchants. And leading things off is second baseman Austin Hauk, hitting .299 on the season, .410 on base percentage, and slugging .490. Good numbers. He leads the team in walks with 17. Michael Jarvis, the pitcher for the Bears, delivers his first pitch, and it's a little low for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Hauk sends one out towards right, and it is made. The play is made near the warning track for out number 1. It'll bring up left fielder Kobe Blunt in the 2-hole.
Fielder, number 8, Kobe
Blunt starting in left today. He got a couple starts at the end of the Kamloops tournament. Played some great defense in left field and has got his batting average up to 220. Respectable numbers for the left fielder. Here's the pitch. It's taken inside for ball 1. Blunt is followed by Sam Linscott and Bryce Peterson. Jackson Swim, Max Witt, and Nick Anderson would follow. And Nealon and Sheward will finish things off. A ball taken low. 2-0 the count. Infield playing near the corners. Second baseman playing deep, as well as the shortstop, both in the outfield grass. Here's the pitch. 3-0, a called strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. Outfield playing straight up, a little bit deep. Here's Jarvis's wind-in pitch. It's a swinging, slicing ball over the second baseman's head, and a leadoff single for Kobe Blunt. Thought about 2, but thought better of it. As the outfield gets that ball in quickly, and a one-out double, or one-out single rather, for Kobe Blunt will bring up Sam Linscott. Sam Linscott, 344 batting average this season. Second on the team. He leads the team in at-bats, plate appearances, and RBIs with 17. Great season for Sam Linscott. With the man on first, 1 down, he'll face Jarvis, who pitches from the stretch and delivers. The pitch is a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Sam readies, and Blunt takes his lead. Pickoff move, not in time. And Blunt is back safely. Bryce Peterson on deck should he be needed. He's the DH tonight. Patrick Chung out with a oral surgery recovery. Runner bluffs. This pitch is fouled back, and the count goes 0-2. Chung letting the team know today that he would not be able to make it. Recovering from an oral surgery, he will hopefully be back for Thursday's game against the Port Angeles Lefties. That game at 6:35. Pickoff move once again. Blunt's back safely. Kobe does have speed. He's known to steal a bag or two when given the opportunity. Here's the pitch. Runner bluffs. Pitch is way upstairs, and the count to 1-2. A gray day here in Everett. So as the Merchants have brought the rain back with them from Canada, dealt with rain delays the last few weeks, hoping that the skies hold for us at least long enough to get this game in. Here's the pitch. Outside, trickles away. But the catcher keeps it close by, and the count will even at 2-2. Sam looking to battle and get his team a productive at-bat. Here's the pitch from Jarvis. It's a swing and a miss. And Sam Linscott down on strikes. It'll bring up Bryce Peterson with a man aboard and 2 away. Peterson, a new addition to the Merchant roster. He joined the team in Grand Forks, played pinch hit in the first game he appeared in, and started every other game hitting the cleanup spot right away for these Merchants. Hitting .294 on the season with 7 runs, 8 RBIs, slugging .361, and drawing a pair of walks. Here's the pitch from Jarvis. It's a big swing and a miss for strike number 1. Peterson will be followed by Jackson Swim, team leader in on-base percentage and slugging percentage. He's hitting in the 5-hole this evening and has been since Peterson's arrival. Jarvis comes set and delivers. Runner goes. The pitch is down low. Catcher can't get a hold of the ball, and that'll be a stolen bag for Kobe Blunt. Runner in scoring position now for the Merchants and a 1-1 count, with 2 away for Bryce Peterson looking to drive in another run. and pick up his 9th RBI. Peterson already 5th on the team in RBIs. This pitch outside. Excuse me, he is 6th on the team in RBIs. Would be tied for 5th if he picks up one here. Good opportunity for Peterson and the Merchants to tie this ball game. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. Pitch back, or throw back, a back pick, not in time. 3-1 the count. Is the throwback likely would have been in time had someone been covering, but shortstop had to run to field that ball, and the play was not able to be made. It's taken away. And a base on balls with 2 outs puts 2 on with Jackson Swim coming up and 2 away. Merchants trail 1-0. But a big chance here to tie this ball game with a base hit, and the team leader in on-base percentage and slugging percentage is up in Jackson Swim. With runners in scoring position, Swim hitting .440. Great numbers for Swim. We'll see if he can do it again. The count's 0-1 and time's called. Swim steps out and takes a couple practice swings. Here's the pitch. It's low and inside, and the count will leave it at 1-1. Runners hold. Is the catcher able to block it? No runs on 1 hit. No errors for your Merchants. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Highline Bears. They lead at 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's away, and the count's 2-1. Base knock would tie the ball game. Up next, Matt Witt. He's on deck. Unable to go to the tournaments with the Merchants, but is back in his third base spot this evening. A called strike on the outside will even things up at 2-2. Swim looking to get aboard and move the runners up, or drive in and pick up his team leading 18th RBI. This pitch is in the dirt, and the count will even at, or fill rather, at 3-2. Big spot for Jackson Swim. He has 10 walks on the season. Would love to pick another one up here or pick up a hit. Runners go. The pitch swung on, driven towards the left field gap. Going. This one is a one-hopper off the wall. It'll score a couple runs, and a 2 RBI double for Jackson Swim. Gets him a pair of RBIs, his 18th and 19th on the season. He now leads the team in RBIs, and the Merchants lead the Highline Bears 2-1 with Max Witt climbing up to the plate. Haven't seen Max Witt in a while, as we mentioned, unable to come up to the tournament with us. He's hitting .259 on the season with a pair of RBIs. And with runners in scoring position, he's hitting .273. 2 outs, his numbers are also great at 300. So a good runner to have up right, or a good batter rather to have up right now, as the Merchants look to extend their lead. Here's the pitch. Witt will take outside, and the count will go to 1-0. On deck is Nick Anderson playing first base tonight. The play at some point tonight as well. Here's the pitch. It's a swung on. It's got a chance to get down, but in foul territory, a great catch is made by the third baseman, and that will retire the side. Merchants pick up 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and leave a man. As we head to the top of the second inning, your Merchants lead the Highline Bears by a score of 2-1. Welcome back. Your Merchants lead 2-1 over the Highline Bears in the top of the second inning. Leading off, 7-hole hitter Kenny Miller, the shortstop. Here's the pitch from Charlie. It's a pitch inside. It got a piece of him. And they'll send him to first base. A leadoff hit by pitch will bring up 8-hitter Kenny Fonlander. Fonlander hitting .333 on the year, playing out in center for the Highline Bears. Cody Chavis on deck, Chavis on deck, should he be needed. Charlie looks in. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball, one hopper over the head of Max Witt, and that'll move everybody up 2 bags. A double. The throw over is nearly in time, but it dribbles away from Austin Hawk. A double on the second pitch of the inning will put runners on second and third with 9-hole hitter Cody Chavis up to the plate.
Brings up the right fielder, number 12, Cody Chavis.
Merchants lead 2-1, but Highline threatening with the first 2 men reaching on the first 2 pitches with runners on second and third. High hopper over Witt's head. Didn't have much of a play there. Infield playing normal depth, slightly in. Corners playing for a potential squeeze. Chavis, a 200 hitter, playing in right tonight. Here's the pitch from Charlie. It's called strike on the outside corner. A good start in this situation. Waves off Sheward. Waves him off a couple times. And gets something he likes. Cleans off the rubber instead, and he'll step off, reestablish. Outfield straight up. Slightly back from their normal positions. Charlie gets the sign he likes and begins his hold. The set and the pitch. It's lifted straight up. That'll be the infield fly rule. The catch is made for out number 1, and a big out number 1 for Charlie Wright. They'll turn it over to the top of the order. Zach Spradlin. 0 for 1. He grounded into a out at second base to start the game on the first pitch. Corner slightly in, but middle out for the infield. Now the corners come in. Here's the pitch. Squeeze, bunt shown. It's a bunt up the first base line. Tag is made, and there's no throw. So 3 unassisted will score a run, and so probably rule that a sacrifice. Sacrifice.
The batter's the left fielder, number 13, Cole Chambers.
Sacrifice bunt scores a run and moves up the runner. 2 outs. Cole Chambers up. Having a conference now. And he is out. They're just confirming that the tag was indeed made. It was a tie ball game. 2-2 in the top of the second inning. The man on third with 2 outs. And I'll bring up Cole Chambers. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Lost an 8-pitch battle with Charlie Wright. He struck out in the first inning. 2 outs, 1 aboard on third, 2-2 your score. And Charlie Wright delivers. The pitch is a little outside. And the count will go to 1-0. James Kobe's on deck. He doubled and scored in the first. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball back, and we're leaving it 1-1. Anderson thought about coming home with that ground ball to him off the bunt, but instead tagged the runner to get the sure out. It would have been a tough play at home. Here's the pitch. It's outside. 2-1 the count. Charlie Wright this season with runners on. He's allowing a batting average of .212 with 18 total bases, a slugging percentage of .409. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball into the netting, and we'll leave it at 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2-2. 2 outs. 2-2 your score line. with James Kobe on deck and Cole Chambers looking to drive in the go-ahead run. Here's the 2-2. The pitch is a cold strike 3, and that'll retire the side. The Highline Bears pick up a run on a hit and leave a man aboard. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Your score, the Highline Bears 2 and the Everett Merchants 2. Welcome back. Nick Anderson leading off the bottom of the second inning. 7-8-9 coming up for your Merchants. Anderson playing first base with Witt back in his normal third base spot. He has to slide across the diamond. 2-2 the score. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Bears. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Merchants. This pitch is up high, and the inning starts with a ball to Nick Anderson. Anderson waits for the pitch. The 1-0 is up and in. 2-0 the counts to Nick Anderson, who's hitting 188 on the season. Anderson slumping as of late. He's got a chance to pick it up here. He still gets on board at a good clip, 329. Here's the pitch. It's taken, 3-0 the count. Nick Anderson second on the team in walks behind Austin Houck. He's got 14 on the year. Second on the team in RBIs with 16. Here's the pitch. 3-0 taken inside. A 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Will bring up the shortstop, Max Nealon. Nealon hitting 133 on the season. Has a great defensive glove and has hit balls hard right at defenders. Bit of tough luck for Nealon this season. Jarvis delivers the pitch. It's a called strike. Breaking up the 4 consecutive balls. Thrown by Michael Jarvis. Runner takes his lead at first base. Pick-off move, not in time and a little wide. On deck is Jack Sheward, the catcher. He'll turn it over to Austin Houck. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He pulls back, and the count will even at 1-1. That ball was a little high. Sheward swinging a good bat. 286 batting average. Gets on board at a rate of 385. He's up next. This is a foul tip into the glove for strike number 2. 1-2 the count with 2 outs here. Or excuse me, with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Lead taken by Anderson. He's at the cut of the grass. Pick-off move, not in time. Jarvis worried about Nick Anderson at first base. Nealon looking for a hard-hit baseball. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. A bit of a crossed-up swing there at a pitch up high, and the first out's recorded. 1 away for Jack Sheward with a man aboard. Sheward is in limited work, has hitting 286, slugging 385. Good numbers for Jack when he's gotten the opportunity to hit. splitting time with Diego Altamirano, but Diego gets about 2/3 of the game as the lefty bat and works better for most matchups. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a foul tip. The count will go to 0-1. Sheward climbs in. Throw back is not in time. Apologies. Those were Jack Sheward's number with runners on. He's hitting 269 overall. Still good numbers for Jack in limited work. Looking in. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing. He did not go, and the count will leave it at 1-1. Austin Houck getting some instructions from Harold Pyatt as he works in the on-deck circle. Pin's quiet. Bogart's back down. Long hold from Jarvis. He comes home. The pitch is lifted into right. Play is made in right field, and the second out of the inning is recorded on a routine fly ball to right. It'll bring up the leadoff man, Austin Houck. Houck is 0 for 1 tonight. Houck hitting .299 entering this game. Leads his team in walks. Long hold from Jarvis. Here he comes. The pitch is up high for ball 1. Excuse me, apologies for the technical difficulties. Houck bunts it to the pitcher, throws it over in time. It was a good bunt, but with 2 outs, it ends the inning. And that will retire the side. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody, or 1 man left on for the Merchants. We had at the top of the third. 2-2 your score. Welcome back to Everett. James Kobe leads off. Or Koblet, excuse me, as my scorebook cut that off for a moment. James Koblet up. Charlie Wright delivers the first pitch to James. It's inside, and the count goes to 1-0. One and 0 the count. Charlie Wright delivers. This is a swinging ball in towards the gap. Swim over. He's looking up, and he'll make the catch. Excuse me, he does not make the catch. It gets through, or does he? He does make the catch. Yes, the catch is made. Final verdict, F9 at the warning track for out number 1. That'll bring up Keelan Martin, who's also 0 for 1. Or 1 for 1, rather. A 1 for 1 RBI single in the first inning. Apologies there. It looks like Swim threw it in quick enough that it looks like he may have dropped the ball. He did not. 1 away. Wright will deliver the first pitch. It's a ball outside. I'd like to thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. On Thursday, the Merchants will head over to Port Angeles to face against the PA Lefties as the pitch is fouled away. First game the Merchants have played all this season against the West Coast League, the other collegiate summer league in Washington. That game starts at 6:35. That game will either be available here or on the PA Lefties broadcast, should we not be able to broadcast in Port Angeles. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's lifted straight up. Witt taking a peek. He's got room and makes the play in foul territory. A great heads-up play by Max Witt. Two away will bring up the designated hitter, Cole Trottignon. Cole Trottignon,
Number 26, Cole
222 on the season. 1 for 1 tonight with a single in the first inning. Dwayne Lane's Auto Family is a proud sponsor of the Everett Merchants Baseball, with locations in Everett, Arlington, and Burlington. We'll take care of you. DwayneLane.com as this pitch bounces in to Jack Sheward. On deck is the catcher, Jarrett Lineward. Charlie gets new baseball, heads back to the mound. It's Bryce Peterson warming up in the bullpen now. Should he come in, the Merchants would lose their DH. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's up and in. 2-0 the count. Peterson pitched an inning. In Grand Forks gave up 1 run on 3 hits. No strikeouts, no walks. This is called strike on the outside corner. It was his first inning of work for the Merchants. He took the loss in that 6-5 walk-off won by the Gold Panthers. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. And the count goes to 2-2. No action in the Bears bullpen. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Merchants. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Bears. No errors in the ball game. Here's the pitch. It's fouled away, and we'll do it again.
Our thanks to the baseball bounty hunters.
Play in the top of the 3rd inning. 2-2, 2 outs. 2-2 the score. Here's the pitch. It's grounded. Foul. It hit off the leading leg of Cole Trottignon. And the count will stay 2-2. Looked for a moment like a golden opportunity to get a free out for the Merchants. But it fouled off the armor of Cole Trottignon. And will stay at 2-2. Austin Houck playing nearly behind the bag at second, and the 2-2 pitch is delivered. It swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Bears. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning, or bottom of the 3rd inning, rather, excuse me. 2-2 your score. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning here in Everett Memorial Stadium, rather. Kobe Blunt leads off the inning. He's 1 for 1 with a stolen bag and a run scored. When leading off an inning this season, he's hitting only 1 for 9. Good for a 111 batting average. Looking to improve on that here. Infield playing back. Here's the first pitch. It's up and in, nearly hitting Kobe. But he's able to get out of the way, and the count will go to 1-0. Kobe will be followed by Sam Linscott and Bryce Peterson, with Jackson Swim waiting should he be needed. Here's Jarvis's pitch. It's a called strike. I'd like to thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball, wherever you are watching. Here, Merchants looks to remain undefeated against the Highline Bears in league play. Here's the pitch. It is a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Merchants, very successful year, but trailing the studs in the standings, need to pick up every win they can in the hopes that Seattle falters a few times down the stretch, and so they can collect the PIL title for the first time in a number of years. 2-2 the count. Here's Jarvis's pitch. It's a foul ball up the first base line. Nearly a good hit there, but a couple feet foul. Jake Tilley coaching first base tonight. Third base coach is Bo Blacken as usual. Here's the wind and the pitch. A 2-2 is grounded up the middle for a base hit. Kobe Blunt is 2 for 2 tonight. He's still coasting to first with his second single. No out base runner to lead off the inning. He'll bring up Sam Linscott. Linscott 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in the first inning. But Sam has been absolutely lethal with runners on. 404 batting average with runners on base and 38 total bags. Second on the team in average, first on the team in bases. He's been excellent in these situations. And the first pitch is low and away for ball 1. On deck is Bryce Peterson. Walked in the first inning and came around to score. Here's the pitch. Runner bluffs. The pitch is inside and low. 2-0 the count. 2 runs on 3 hits so far for the Merchants. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Highline Bears. Jarvis comes set. Here's the pitch. It's up high. 3-0 the count to Sam Linscott. Be interested to see what the call is here. Maybe try to lay a bunt down with 3 balls or take all the way and get another base runner and see what Bryce Peterson can do. The infield shifted slightly to left. Bunt shown. He'll pull back and take a called strike. 3-1 the count. Infield still slightly to the left. Here's the pitch. He's swinging away, but he'll take ball 4. A 5-pitch walk puts runners on first and second with nobody down. And Bryce Peterson coming to the dish. Harold Pyatt coming out to talk with Bryce.
The DH number 23.
Might be asking him to try to drop a bunt. But we'll see what they decide to do. Jackson Swim on deck. Peterson has not been asked to drop down a bunt yet this year for the Merchants. We'll see if he does it here. Corners playing in. Here's the pitch. It's swinged on and missed. 0-1 the count. First baseman was playing well in towards the grass, or well in past the cut of the grass. He'll shift forward again. And first baseman continues to creep in. Here's the pitch. It's a swung on and fouled ball lacing away. And the count's 0-2.
We appreciate the help with the foul balls. They need to be returned to the dugout or the concession stand for 50 cents. So we can
With
get them back.
runners on,
Keep the action moving.
Peterson hitting .273. Similar numbers with runners in scoring position. Slightly worse overall with runners in scoring position, This ball low and away. And the count goes to 1-2. Peterson hitting .211 with runners in scoring position. Batting .294 overall. Outfield way deep. And the infield straight up. Double play depth in the middle. Jackson Swim on deck. Here's the pitch. It bounces in. Hits before the cut of the grass. And the count goes to 2-2. Bit of friendly ribbing from either the crowd or the bullpen. Can't quite tell from up here. May have also been Max Witt. He likes to joke around a little bit while playing a ball game. 2-2 the count, nobody away. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder over the pitcher. Second baseman will step on the bag for one. Over to first in time for the double play. 4-3. The double play will advance Kobe Blunt to third base. 2 outs will bring up Jackson Swim, who's 1 for 1 tonight with a double and 2 RBIs.
Swim.
Two, bottom of the third inning. Merchants threatening with a man on second and man on third rather, and 2 outs. No wind. Flags down on the pole. This ball is low for ball 1. Outfield still back rather. This pitch is a called strike. Looks like it was a little outside, perhaps, but a called strike. We are not directly behind home plate, so our perception of the zone is slightly off here. 1-1 the count, 2 outs and a runner on third. The pitch inside, 2-1 the count. Houck looking to pick up his 20th, or rather, Jackson Swim as this ball is grounded at the shortstop. The throw over is in time. 6-3 the put out, and Jackson Swim's 20th RBI will have to wait. He is retired as the inning ends. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. 1 hit, no runs crossed, no errors, and 1 man left to board. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Your score, the Merchants 2 and the Highline Bears 2. Welcome back. Number 6, Jared Laneward will lead off the inning. He's the 6th hitter for the Highline Bears in this 2-2 contest. We play the top of the 4th, and Charlie Wright on the mound delivers the first pitch, fouled away right at the third base coach for the Bears. for a harmless strike number 1. Kenny Miller up next. He was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the second. Charlie had issues in the first and second, but ran a perfect 1-2-3 top of the third inning. This pitch fouled away over the netting. And the count will go to 0-2. Infield back. Witt playing towards the line. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. And the count goes to 1-2. Outfield playing deep. Here on a nice night in Everett. This pitch down and away. 2-2 the count. Clouds looks threatening in batting practice and pregame warm-ups, but appear to be lightening up as we enter the middle part of this ball game. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Bears. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Merchants, and this pitch is upstairs. Bit of a stumble there from Charlie after his delivery. And the count will fill at 3-2. Here's the kick and the pitch. It's taken upstairs for a full count leadoff walk. It'll bring up Kenny Miller. Hit by a pitch, the only pitch he's seen in the ball game. Miller's a .250 hitter on the season. He'll be followed by Jeffrey Fonlander. But first things first, Kenny Miller looking to drive the runner up, and the throw over is not in time. Top of the first inning, pen is still quiet for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. And bullpen starting to stir. Mahovlich coming in over to the dugout. Perhaps to see what Harold Pyatt wants to do. Runner on first, 1-0 the count. Nobody away. Here's the pitch. It's lifted down the line. Anderson taking a look, but it's out of play, and the count will go to 1-1. Sam shaded ever so slightly towards left field, out in center. Corner outfielders playing deep. And Houck shifted towards the bag at second base, with Witt playing very close to the bag. Throw over, and not in time. Count will stay 1-1. Your score. Top of the fourth inning. Merchants are undefeated against the Bears. This pitch is taken for a strike. 1-2 the count. A beautiful pitch from Charlie, painting the inside corner of the plate. And getting a favorable count for him. 1-2. As I mentioned earlier, the Highline Bears have not had good luck against the Merchants. Merchants are 2-0 against the Bears. The pickoff move not in time. Merchants have outscored the Bears 28-6 this season. Great numbers against this team, but the Bears playing tough tonight, and Merchants are going to have to earn this victory. Here's the 1-2. It's a little down, and the count will even at 2-2. Beautiful night for baseball here in Everett. Temperatures in the high 60s at last checked. An overcast sky. Here's the pitch. It's down the line, but foul. Out of play, into the stands. And the count will stay 2-2. Charlie Wright with runners on, as we mentioned earlier, is allowing a batting average of .212, but an on-base percentage of .364 as he's allowed 9 walks. This pitch is upstairs, and the count runs full at 3-2 with nobody out and a man aboard. Bit of a rough night for Charlie, but he's able to limit the damage so far to only 2 runs through 3+ innings. Houck shifted over towards the left. Pickoff move. That one's close, but just a little bit late. Great throw and tag by Wright and Anderson, but runner's back just a little bit too quickly. On deck is Fonlander, playing center field for the Bears. Here, full count pitch, hits a little inside, and that'll walk the second man of the inning. Back-to-back full count walks for Charlie Wright. It'll bring up Jeffrey Fonlander with nobody away, and Mahovlich coming out to talk to his pitcher. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball. 2-2 your score. Nobody out in the top of the fourth, and the Bears threatening with a pair on. Welcome back. Nobody out. 2 on for the Highline Bears in the top of the fourth inning in a 2-2 ball game. Charlie Wright on the mound, looking for a ground ball double play to limit the damage. Jeffrey Fonlander up. He's 1 for 1 with a double. He shows bunt, and he did not go, or he did not commit to that pitch, and it's out of the zone, so the count will go to 1-0. Charlie readies. Here's the pitch. He chops at it, and it's a foul ball. The count will go to 1-1. Even though they're not responsible for any calls made or missed by the umpires, the good friends at the Everett Optometry Clinic are proud to be the official eye doctors of the Everett Merchants. 1-1 the count. Nobody away here in the top of the fourth inning. 2-2 ball game. Charlie steps off and chases the runners back to the bag. Anderson playing well in on the cut of the grass. Witt playing back. Big opportunity for the Bears. If they can bunt these runners ahead, they'll be in a great spot to add on. This bunt is a good one up the third baseline, but it rolls foul, and the count will go to 1-2. A great job by Charlie Wright pitching around that bunt. It goes foul, and the bunt will now be off with 2 strikes. Runners head back to their spots. Defense can play straight up. Anderson still near the cut of the grass, honoring the possibility of a 2-strike bunt. Runners take their leads. Outfield straight up, infield straight up as well, with Witt playing near the line. Here's the pitch. It's taken for a ball, and the count will go to 2-2. Fonlander looking for a second hit of the evening as Charlie steps off the mound. Gets this sign from Jack. Working quickly. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted. Sky high. Austin Houck out. Infield fly rule called. And Houck makes the catch for out number 1 in a massive, massive out number 1. Now the ground ball double play would end the inning. Charlie Chavez climbs up. 200 hitter on the season, taking the 9-hole tonight with 1 away and 2 on for the Bears. Pitcher starting to warm up in the pen for the Merchants. Don't have a number for you yet. Charlie looks in, working from the stretch. The pitch is a called strike, and it's a good one. Just finding the bottom part of that zone. Appears to be Jackson Weber warming up in the pen, but I could be mistaken. 2 on, 0-1 the count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the count will leave it at 1-1. A modest crowd here in Everett tonight, but with the threat of rain, it does tend to drive down attendance numbers. Runners get their lead. Pitch. It's a little low, and the count's 2-1. On deck is leadoff man Jack Spradlin. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt and an RBI. Charlie delivers the 2-1. It's a called strike, a beauty of a pitch. Just finding the inside part of the zone and evening the count at 2-2. Big spot for Charlie Wright. A double play would allow him to wait to face the leadoff man until the bases are clean in the next inning. Runner will be in scoring position if he faces him now. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing, and the ball is called. Count will fill at 3-2. Third full count pitch, or third full count of the night for Charlie Wright. They all come in this inning. He's walked the prior 2 batters that have faced a full count in this outing. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's inside. The third walk of the inning will load the bases with 1 away, and leadoff man Zach Spradlin up next. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice hit.
Back to the leadoff, the second baseman, number 7, Zach Spradlin.
Zach Spradlin is that leadoff man. And the infield plays double play depth, but Nick Anderson on the grass. He's already hit a beauty of a bunt in this ball game. Squeeze play likely on, or maybe on in this situation. Weber continues to warm. Here's the pitch. It's a foul tip into the netting. And the count goes to 1-1. Good work by Charlie Wright to get ahead. He's faced 4 batters in this top of the 4th inning. Walked 3 of them on full counts. And induced to pop out to Austin Houck for the only out of the inning. Big spot. 2-2 the score. A ground ball could get him out of it. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a lifted foul ball, and the count will go to 0-2. Jake Tilley delivering a few more baseballs to the home plate umpire. Charlie gets the signs. Here's the pitch. It's a little outside. Jack Sheward thought he might have had the frame there, but it was a little away, and the count will go to 1-2. One and two. Here's the pitch. It's low in the dirt. Count will even at 2-2 with 1 away and bases loaded for the Highline Bears. Big spot tie ball game. Weber continues to warm in the bullpen for the Merchants. No one warming in the Bears bullpen. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's swung on and it'll be fouled away out of play. And the count will stay at 2-2. Charlie starting to get a little frustrated. Needs to get a clutch out here and keep this play in the infield. Charlie gets the call that he likes. He readies. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a little low. Didn't like the call there, and the 4th full count of the evening and of the inning. Charlie will step off. Gets the sign. Working from the stretch. The payoff pitch is on the way, and it's lifted but out of play. And we'll do it again. The 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. It'll be a full count pitch to Jack Spradlin. Bases loaded, 1 out. Force on at every bag. Infield playing nearly straight up with Anderson playing on the cut of the grass. Sam Linscott shaded slightly to right field. Here's the payoff pitch, and it hits the batter. It'll drive in a run, and the Merchants trail 3-2 in the top of the 4th inning, and Harold Pyatt will make a pitching change here and we will step away and take a short break. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, brought to you by the Longshoremen's Local Union number 32. Welcome back. New pitcher is Jackson Weber, coming in relief with the bases loaded and a 3-2 deficit. With one away in the top of the fourth inning, he'll face number 13, for the Highline Bears. It's still Cole Chambers. I apologize. That was for a number change in the pregame as this ball misses inside. And the count goes to 0-1. Jackson Weber, 7 appearances on the year, 11 and 2/3 innings pitched, 6 runs, both of them earned, for a 4.63 ERAs, struck out 11 and walked 10 as the count will even at 1-1. Jackson Weber looking for a ground ball double play with Trevor Quinn warming up in the pen. Here's the 1-1. It's a swung on fouled ball into the stands for a loud strike number 2. On deck is James Kobe. Weber winds and the pitch. It's a looping, breaking ball that catches a part of the plates for strike 3. A beautiful pitch for a big out number 2. Any out would now end the inning, as James Kobe climbs in, 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Weber with a clutch out number 2 on strikes. Here's the first pitch. It's a cold strike. Jackson Weber working well early with Trevor Quinn warming up in the pen. Middle infield playing deep. Outfield nearly straight up. Here's the 0-1. It's a big swing, but a foul off. And the count will go to 0-2. Weber's a strike away from getting out of this inning. 3-2 the score in the top of the fourth inning. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Bears, 2 runs on 3 hits for the Merchants. Here's the 0-2. It's fouled away, and we'll go again. On deck is number 27, Keelan Martin, who's 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Runners get their leads. Runner on every base. Here's the wind. And the 0-2 pitch. It's a looping curveball. The throw over by Nealon is in time for the outs. And the Merchants limit the damage. Bases loaded. And bases clear only allowing 1 run on no hits and 3 men left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your Merchants in Max Witt, Nick Anderson, and Max Nealon to the plate. When we return, you're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union number 32. Union Bank believes in the power of community partnerships to help make a positive difference in the places where we live and work. That's why they are proud to support the Everett Merchants Baseball program. Welcome back to Everett Memorial Stadium. 3-2, the Highline Bears lead the Merchants in the bottom of the 4th inning. Max Witt climbs in, the lefty third baseman. He's 0 for 1 tonight in his first action back with the Merchants since they left for tournament play. Nick Anderson is on deck. He walked in his only plate appearance of the afternoon. Here's the pitch. It's well up and away for ball 1. Jarvis is through 4 innings. 2 runs. They were both earned on 3 base hits and 3 walks. He's got the benefit of 1 double play. Here's the 1-0. It's outside. 2-0 the count. A good take there by Witt on a borderline pitch. Bo Blackett coaching third. And relief first baseman Jake Tilley playing first. Or coaching first, rather. And this is outside, and the count's 3-0 on Max Witt. Witt on the season. 5 walks and 2 hit by pitches. On-base percentage of .400. Here's the pitch. It's low. A 4-pitch leadoff walk for the Merchants, and they have the tying run aboard with Nick Anderson coming to the dish.
Number 20, Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson leads the team in walks and sacrifices with runners in scoring position, but we're not quite there yet. 10 walks leads the team with runners on and 25 total bases. This pitch is up and in for ball 1. 5 straight balls thrown by Michael Jarvis, and we'll have a quick mound visit. Gives us time to bring you a word from our sponsors. Having trouble with your hearing? Ears to You in Marysville and Mount Vernon have been helping the community hear better for years. For all your custom screen printing and embroidery needs, go see Screen Printing Northwest at 2526 Colby and tell them that Coach Pyatt sent you. We're back to the action here in Everett. 1-0 the count to Nick Anderson. Anderson reached on a 4-pitch walk in the first inning. Max Witt aboard on a walk. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted to center. On comes the center fielder, and the play is made for out number 1, Nick Anderson. Or rather, Nick Anderson flies out to center, and Max Witt retreats to first base. Will bring up Max Nealon, who's 0 for 1 tonight.
Shortstop, number 11, Max Nealon.
We play the bottom of the 4th inning here in Everett. Just past the 1 hour and 15-minute mark in this ball game. A bit of a slow game, despite the scoreline. Here's the pitch. He'll take up and in for ball 1. On deck is Jack Sheward. Barring a double play, he'd be up next. Bullpen quiet for the Merchants. And a man starting to work out in the Bears. This is up high and in. 2-0. Harold Pyatt reminding his batters to not chase and take good pitches. It's a big spot for the Merchants as they trail 3-2. They can't afford to drop a game in PIL play if they want to win the league, and this is a strike call on the inside corner. And the count goes to 2-1. Two and one. Here's the pitch. It's down low, and the count will go to 3-1. Nealon playing shortstop today as that's where he will go when we have the full assortment of players, and our regular third baseman and Max Witt playing over there. And the count goes to 3-2 on that strike call. One away and a runner on first base in Max Witt. His return to the lineup pushed Nealon over to short. Here's the pitch. It's up and in. As the base on balls is recorded. 2 walks and a fly out in the inning. We'll put runners on first and second with Jack Sheward climbing in. Sheward, with runners in scoring position, has had a great year, hitting .357 with 6 RBIs. He sacrificed once and walked 3 times. Austin Houck up next after Jack, should he be needed. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but has great numbers this season. Here's the pitch. It's up high. And Michael Jarvis starting to lose his command, and the pin working a little bit quicker now for the Highline Bears. Only 3 strikes thrown in this inning. Here's the pitch. It's lifted sky high, looking to get out of play, and it will. And the count will leave it at 1-1. Ten balls thrown to only 4 strikes in this inning. Jarvis having issues with his command. Here he gave it 2 runs in the first, settled down in the second and third, but running into trouble again here in the fourth. 3-2 the score. Merchants trail the Bears. Here's the 1-1. It's fouled away. It'll even the count at 1-2. Or excuse me, the count will run to full and 2. Very light breeze out towards left. One and 2. Sheward looking for a base knock to drive in the tying run. Here's the pitch. The pitch bounces in. And it'll go to 0-2. 2-2 the count. Sheward looking for a clutch knock to drive in a run. Two and 2. 2 runners on, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning, Merchants trail 3-2 with Austin Houck up next. Jack Sheward looking to tie this ball game. This pitch is away, and a full count 3-2 coming to Jack Sheward. Michael Jarvis having issues finding the zone in this inning. 11 balls to only 5 strikes in the inning. Not great numbers for Jarvis. As a sidearm pitcher is warming up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball up at the left side for a base hit. Max Witt storming around. Here's the throw to the plate. It's up the line, and Witt will score the tying run. An RBI single for Jack Sheward. And the game is now tied at 3 apiece. And leadoff man Austin Houck coming to the dish. Out comes the manager for the Highline Bears. Time is called. Clyde Redford Motors, located at 7900 Evergreen, has been serving the Everett community since 1980. Go check out their wide variety of new and used vehicles. Looking to get some dental work done? Don't let tooth problems keep you on the DL. Check out Schmidt Advanced Dentistry, located in Everett. The world is changing, and so are your investing needs. For all of your financial questions, please contact former merchant player Jared Fowler of Raymond James Investment Services at 425-252-1789. The mound visit is over for the Highline Bears. And a new pitcher coming in for the Bears. We'll get that number for you in just a moment. When we return, we'll take a short break for the pitching change. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, brought to you by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back to Everett Memorial Stadium. Merchants tie the ball game on an RBI single by Jack Sheward and force a pitching change for the Highline Bears.
Number 29,
Blake Weichert, new pitcher for the Highline Bears, will face Austin Hauk with one away and runners on second and third, or first and second, rather. Max Nealon on at second, Jack Sheward on at first after his RBI single. Max Witt scoring the tying run. This pitch is a little inside, missing the zone. To the consternation of the Highline Bears fans, and I think they might have a beef there. That pitch has been called a strike, but 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Yeah, that one's a call to strike. Similar spot, different result, and the count goes to 1-1. Sheward and Nealon take their leads. Nealon the go-ahead run for the Merchants here on the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Nealon goes. This is inside, but no, it's not. A strike called. A stolen bag for Nealon will put runners on second and third with one away. Or first and third, rather. Runners on the corners. I'll get there eventually. As Hauk has a chance to drive in a run with any hit. Sheward takes his lead. Nealon up near the cut of the grass at third. Here's the pitch. It's fouled into the screen, and the count stays 1-2. The new pitcher for the Bears is a sidearm pitcher, a bit of a different arm angle for these Merchant hitters. And he's working from the first base side of that rubber. Working from the stretch. Long hold. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. This ball's in the dirt. Jack Sheward head first slide. He gets in there. And another stolen bag. Jack Sheward steals the base, and there's runners on second and third with one away, and a 1-2 count on Austin Hauk. Kobe Blunt on deck. Merchants looking to take the lead with a base hit anywhere. Infield is in for the Bears as they're looking for a play at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball in towards the gap. Center fielder over, runner's tag. The catch is made, and both runners will advance easily. A sacrifice fly for Austin Hauk will give the Merchants the lead, and a runner on third base with 2 outs will bring up Kobe Blunt. Kobe Blunt's 2 for 2 tonight, looking for his first RBI on the evening with another base hit. 4-3 Merchants lead with a runner on third base in Jack Sheward. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Merchants, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Bears. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. It's away, and the count goes to 1-0. Sam Linscott on deck, followed by Bryce Peterson. He's in the hole. Big 2-for-2 night for Kobe Blunt. He's been swinging a hot bat the last few games and keeping it going here. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 2-0 the count. Pitcher playing soft toss in the dugout, or in the bullpen rather, for the Bears. Merchant bullpen is quiet. Kobe Blunt ready. So the 2-0 is well away. 3-0 the count. Great hitters count for Kobe. With a runner on third base. And 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Bunt shown by Kobe. He'll pull back and take a strike on the outside corner. Here's the 3-1, and it's inside. He walks him. The count, or rather, the runner heads to first base in Kobe Blunt and brings up Sam Linscott.
Sam Linscott.
Runners on first and third with 2 outs. Sam Linscott on, or in the batter's box, rather. 400 hitter on the season with runners in scoring position. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike called, and Kobe Blunt is out. Caught stealing. 2-4. A great throw by the catcher, and that will retire the side. Sam Linscott will lead off the next inning. 2-4 the put-off. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Your Merchants lead the Highline Bears by a score of 3-4. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back. Kalen Martin leads things off. He's 0 for 2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Facing Jackson Weber. Here's the first pitch. It's away for ball 1. 4-3 your score here in the top of the 5th inning. Weber's pitch misses, and the count goes to 2-0. Merchants playing their first game back in the States since their 2 international tournaments up in Canada. Here's the 2-0. It's a line shot out to left, looking up off the wall. Kobe Blunt will play it on a hop. He bobbles, and it's a leadoff double. The throw over is well over the cutoff man to first base. A leadoff double by Keelan Martin puts the tying run at second base. And it'll bring up Cole Trottignon.
And he'll bring up the DH, number 26, Cole Trottignon.
Excuse me, Cole Trottignon. Cole Trottignon climbs in. Unfortunate bobble out there by Kobe Blunt. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball. It finds the zone. A great pitch by Jackson Weber. Cole's 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a single. Quinn continuing to get warm in the pen. Here's the pitch. It's a foul away, and the count will go to 0-2. On deck is the catcher, Jarrett Lineward. Weber checks the runners. Here's the pitch. It's a looping breaking ball that misses, and the count goes to 1-2. This 1-2 pitch is lifted sky high. Out is Max Nealon. Called off by Kobe Blunt, and he'll make the play in shallow left field for out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher, Jared Lineward. Lineward 0 for 1 tonight. He's also walked and came around to score in the 4th inning. It was the leadoff walk in that 4th inning where 4 of the first 5 reached on free passes. But the damage was limited, only 1 run allowed in the inning by the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a strike called on the inside corner of the plate for the first strike of the inning. 0-1 the count. First strike of the at-bat, rather. On deck is Kenny Miller, the shortstop. He's reached on a pair of free passes and scored. Infield vacates. Here's the pitch. It bounces in, and the count goes to 1-1. 1-1, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Merchants lead the Bears 4-3. Houck playing on the cut of the grass. Time called as a long hold by Weber was a little too long for Jarrett's liking. Quinn continues to warm. Bears pin is quiet. Here's the pitch. It's a little high, and the count will go to 2-1. 2-1 the count, with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Houck vacates. The pitch is a cold strike, a beautiful pitch by Weber. Merchants have been able to use that inside part of the plate on the right-handed bats pretty consistently these last few games. We're able to get good strike calls in the semifinals and finals of the Kamloops tournament. That same part of the plate as this breaking ball misses. And Weber will throw his first full count pitch of the evening. Weber looks in. Here's the pitch. It's a swung on and fouled ball. We'll do it again. With runners on, Weber's allowing a batting average of 150. He's issued 7 walks, however. Infield vacates. Here's the full count pitch. It's a ground ball right to Witt. Checks the runner at second. Throw over is off the bag, but he'll tag him at first. Nick Anderson able to tag the runner for the out, and that's a mighty big out number 2. It'll bring up Kenny Miller with a runner on second base and 2 away.
The shortstop, number 22, Kenny Miller.
Kenny Miller is 0 for 0 tonight. Yet to record an official at-bat. But on his 2 plate appearances, he's been hit by a pitch and walked on a full count. He came around to score in the second. Weber delivers the first pitch. It's outside, and the count goes to 1-0. On deck is number 51, Jeffrey Fawnlander. First things first, Kenny Miller will look for his first base hit of the evening with Martin on second base. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging base hit into left field. Kobe Blunt makes the catch on a hop and holds the runner at third. A single will put runners on the corners for the Highline Bears with 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. And 8-hole hitter Jeffrey Fawnlander up. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a double, was stranded at third base. in that second inning. Weber looks in. Big spot for Weber. Tying run is on third base. Go-ahead runs at first. And Weber steps off, and we'll have a mound visit. Jack Sheward heads up to the bump to talk to his pitcher. Ryder, your Merchants play against the West Coast League side, PA Lefties, on Thursday. First pitch at 6:35. That game will either be available here or should we not be able to broadcast, it will be available through the Port Angeles Lefties Facebook live stream. They live broadcast all of their games in Port Angeles. Fonlander climbs in, facing Weber, with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's lifted away and foul. And the count will go to 0-1. Weber gets the signs. Infield playing straight up. Anderson at first to hold the runner. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball right to Houck. He'll throw over in time to record the outs, and that will retire the side. The Highline Bears strand a pair on 2 hits, and nobody crossed the plate. When we head back, we'll play the bottom of the 5th inning. Lynn Scott, Peterson, and Swim up for your Merchants as they lead the Highline Bears by a score of 4-3. Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your Merchants taking on the Highline Bears, lead by a score of 4-3. Would like some insurance runs here, and Sam Lynn's got to lead things off against sidearm hurler Blake White takes a strike, and the count will go to 0-1. On deck is Bryce Peterson, who's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a run scored. And Jackson Swim behind him. This is another strike on the inside corner. 0-2 the count with no one away. Trevor Quinn appears ready in the pen. We may see him enter in the top of the 6th. But first things first. Merchants look to add on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a looping breaking ball. It misses a little bit high. Great take by Sam. And the count will go to 1-2. Tilly coaching first base. Bo Blacken coaching third. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and they kind of leaving it 2-2. The breaking ball didn't quite go far enough in to the plate. The pitch to Sam is fouled down the line, looking as the first baseman, but it's out of play, and the count will stay at 2-2. Sam readies. Here's the 2-2. It's taken high. Full count to Sam Linscott with nobody away leading off this inning. As we stand, here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside and a leadoff walk 4. Sam Linscott will bring up Bryce Peterson with a man aboard and nobody away.
The DH number 23, Bryce Peterson.
As we stand, the Merchants a half a game behind the Seattle Cheney Studs in conference play, but the Studs would have to drop a number more games as Everett was swept by the Studs this season, but you never know until the season ends. This is baseball after all. Runner bluffs, and the pitch is outside. 1-0 the count to Peterson. Jackson Swim on deck. He'll be next. Peterson 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Pickoff move, not in time, and a little offline. Linscott back cleanly. Linscott's reached on a pair of walks this evening. Was raced on a double play earlier. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball sky high. The second baseman over, and he'll make the catch over the shoulder for out number 1. Jackson Swim up next. Recorded the most RBIs in the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament last weekend. Also helped his batting average a significant amount. Runner bluffs. This pitch is a line shot over the shortstop's head. And the second hit of the evening for Jackson Swim is a single. It'll move up Sam Linscott's station, and we have runners on first and second with 1 out. And Max Witt heading to the plate looking for his first hit with the Merchants in quite some time.
Now the third baseman, number 15, Max Witt.
As I mentioned before, Jackson Swim improved his batting average up to 361. We're right on the tails of Patrick Chung. He's hitting 380 and out with mouth surgery tonight. Witt hitting 259 on the season in his first game back in just over 2 weeks. Runners get their leads. Here's the pitch. Witt will take down low, and the count will go to 1-0. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Everett. Merchants looking to stay undefeated against the Highline Bears and win the series 3-0. Here's the wind and the pitch. The 1-0 is a cold strike on the inside corner. Nick Anderson up next. He's 0 for 1. He also walked in the second. Swim at first. Sam Linscott at second base. Infield at double play depth. And the outfield straight up. Here's the pitch. It's lifted high and deep to center field. Heading back to the warning track, to the wall, looking up. It's off the wall. Linscott will score. A bobble by the center fielder will move everybody up. It's an RBI double for Max Witt. Drives in a run. His first hit in quite some time for the Merchants. He nearly got all of it, but a double off the wall will add a very important insurance run to this Merchants scoreline. They now lead 5-3. Nick Anderson up for the Merchants. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Looking to drive in a pair of runs. Nobody away. Runners on second and third for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing ball for Nick Anderson. Jackson Swim on at third. Max Witt on at second base with Nealon on deck. Here's the pitch to Anderson, and it's taken for a strike. A great pitch there. Breaking ball just getting a part of the zone. Here's the pitch from Blake. It's a swinging, lifted ball out to right field. On the run, this has a chance to get down, and it's a catch made. The runner will check up, and that was a good idea by Jackson Swim to stop, as that throw would have had him by a decent margin. 2 outs on a great play by the right fielder. It'll bring up Max Nealon, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Nealon with 2 outs is 1 for 12 with an 0.83 batting average. He's also reached on a pair of walks. This is a ball called a little low. Nealon looking for a hard hit ball to drive in a couple. With runners in scoring position, he has 6 RBIs this pitch away, and the count will go to 0-2, or 2-0, excuse me. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Batter steps off. 2 outs. 0-2 the count, or 2-0 the count. Pitch to Nealon misses. It's 3-0. 3-0. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants looking for another couple of runs with a base hit. Here's the pitch. Nealon takes a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Jack Sheward.
The catcher, number 5, Jack Sheward.
Sheward 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. And with runners in scoring position, he's in 357 with 6 RBIs. He also leads the team in 2-out hitting. He's hitting 556 with 2 outs. He's 5 for 9 in those situations with 7 bags and 2 walks. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. Runner hold as the ball stays near the catcher. On deck is Austin Houck. Big spot for the Merchants and the Bears, as this could be a defining at-bat in this ball game. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. It's taken low and away. The count will go to 2-0. 2-0 the count. Jack Sheward looking for his 2nd RBI of the night. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike, and the count will go to 2-1. Nobody likes that call. And a bad break for Sheward. 3-0, significantly better than 2-1, but still in a hitter's count. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike on the outside corner. And the count will leave it at 2-2. 2 tough calls for Jack Sheward back to back. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Bears. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Merchants. Weichert looks in. He delivers. The pitch. It's a swing and a foul back into the screen. A good protect there by Jack Sheward. On deck is Austin Houck. Runner on 3rd is Swim. Runner on 2nd is Max Witt. And on 1st base is Max Nealon. Big spot. 2-2 the count. 2 outs in the 5th. Here's the pitch. It's taken low and away. Gets away, but the count will fill at 3-2 as the runners retreat to their bags. Full count. Payoff pitch on the way to Jack Sheward with the leadoff man Austin Houck on deck, who's hungry for his 1st hit of the evening. Weichert looks in. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner's on the move. It's down low, and Jack Sheward picks up his 2nd RBI of the night with a bases-loaded walk. And it'll bring up Austin Houck. The score now 6-3 Merchants over the Highline Bears. And we're going to have a pitching change. When we return, the Merchants look to add on bases loaded in the top, or rather the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning. 6-3 Merchant lead with Austin Hauk up to bats with the bases loaded, 2 away. Looking to add on for the Merchants. On deck is Kobe Blunt. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Long look in from Jenkins. He gets the sign. Runners get their leads. Here's the pitch. It's a foul into the screen for strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. Pin quiet for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a taken ball, and the count will go to 1-1. Good take by Hauk. Here's the pitch. It's swung and fouled away. 1-2 goes the count. 1-2, 6-3 your ball game. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Merchants. 3 on 6 for the Bears. This is a ground ball towards the shortstop. Tough play, but a fielder's choice to second base will win the side. Your Merchants pick up 2 runs on 2 base hits and leave the bases loaded. When we return, we'll play at the top of the 6th inning. Your Merchants lead 6-3 over the Highline Bears. You're watching Everett Merchants baseball brought to you by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. To lead off Cody Chavez, he will face Jackson Weber. Merchants lead 6-3, looking to stay perfect against the Bears this season. Chavez 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch. It's low and away, and the count goes to 1-0. When facing a man to lead off the inning, Jackson Weber's allowed a .333 batting average, an on-base percentage of .385. This pitch inside, 2-0 the count. Trevor Quinn continues to stay up in the pen for the Merchants. Got to think he's coming in at some point this evening. Here's the kick and the pitch from Weber. He checks his swing. Did he go? He did not. And the count goes to 3-0. Infield straight up, tilted a little to the left. Straight up in the outfield. Here's 3-0. It's well inside. And a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning and bring up the leadoff man. And Zach Spradlin, 0 for 1, with a sacrifice hit and a bases loaded hit by pitch. He's got a pair of RBIs. Out comes Brandon Mahovlich for a quick mound visit. We'll take a short break. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back. Zach Spradlin will hit with the man on first base. Nobody down in the top of the 6th. Spradlin 0 for 1 tonight with a sacrifice bunt and a base loaded hit by pitch. He's got a pair of RBIs. Here's the pitch from Weber. It's up high. 5 straight balls to start this inning.
Yeah, I got that one for out of pants, and then I have one inside. I usually.
Weber kicks and delivers. The pitch is low and away. Gets away. A passed ball will advance the runner. 2-0 the count. And the passed ball will advance the runner. And the 4th run of the night for the Bears is on second base. Weber delivers the 2-0. It's a strike called. First strike of the evening, or first strike of the inning, rather, for Jackson Weber. Weber comes set. Infield vacates. Here's the pitch. 2-1 is a called strike. That one looked a little outside, but got the call. 2-2. Quinn appears to be nearly ready in the pen. Here's the 2-2. It's well away, and the count will fill at 3-2. Three and 2. Weber comes set. He delivers. The pitch. It's a spoiled pitch, just foul. And into the dugout. It hit a player in the dugout of the Highline Bears. He's trying to walk it out. Appears to hit him in the head. As play is halted here in Everett. We hope he's all right, and we'll get an update for you if we get one. Weber climbs back onto the bump. Spradlin back in the box, and we're underway. The 3-2 pitch is well outside. And 2 consecutive walks to start the inning for the Merchants, and it'll bring up number 2 hitter, number 2, Cole Chambers. Chambers is 0 for 3 tonight with 3 strikeouts. The Golden Sombrero coming up, perhaps. Lefty bat for the Highline Bears. Runners get their leads. Here's the pitch from Weber. It bounces in, gets away. A wild pitch will advance both runners to station. The count goes to 1-0. And we're gonna get a pitching change. Something you don't see often, a pitching change in the middle of the at-bat. When we return, your Merchants will deal with runners on second and third and 1 away. Or nobody away, rather. Welcome back. New pitcher for the Merchants. He'll inherit a 1-0 count with runners on second and third. is Trevor Quinn. 7 appearances, 3 saves, and 3 opportunities. 11 1/3 innings pitched in relief with a 1.9 or 1.59 ERA. He's allowed 2 runs, both of them earned. On 7 hits, 7 Ks, and 3 walks. A whip under 1, an elite number there. He inherits a 1-0 count to Cole Chambers. Quinn readies. Here's the 1-0. It's up and away. 2-0 the count. James Kobe on deck. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Big spot for the Merchants. The Bears can pull within 1 with a hit. This pitch is up high, and the count goes to 3-0. Three and 0 to Chambers. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Cole Chambers will bring up James Kobe with the bases loaded and nobody away. Kobe 1 for 3 tonight with a double and a run scored. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. It's lifted sky high to center. Lynn Scott coming on. He'll make the catch. The throw in is cut off, not cut off, and the throw will get past the catcher as he misses the play. But it's a good backup by Trevor Quinn. All is well. A sacrifice fly scores a run on the first pitch, and the score is now 6-4 Merchants, and it'll bring up Keelan Martin. Runners stay at their bags. There was an excellent throw by Lynn Scott. 6-4 Merchants. Sacrifice fly scores the run by James Kobe. Here's the pitch. It's taken up high for ball 1. My apologies. That's Cobelt that hit that sacrifice fly. My scorebook cuts off the last part of his name. This is a ground ball, but it's foul to first base. Picked up by Anderson in foul territory, and the count will go to 1-1. Apologies for the mispronunciation on James's name. 2 for 3 is Keelan Martin with a double and a single. He has an RBI. Runners get their leads. Infield straight up. Shading towards double play depth. Here's the pitch. It's lifted up the middle, and it'll get down for a base hit. Lynn Scott cuts it off. The throw to the plate is offline. And an RBI single by Keelan Martin cuts the lead to 1. (6-5) The Merchants lead the Highline Bears now. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Bears. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Merchants. Trotinian up next for the Bears. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Trevor Quinn responsible for the runner on first base. The runner on second belongs to Jackson Weber. Here's the pitch from Quinn. It's a taken ball. One and 1 the count. With 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. It's up and in. Nearly getting a piece of Cole Tretinian. But he's able to get out of the way, and the count goes to 2 and 1. On deck is the catcher. Here's the pitch. It's lifted sky high down the line. Taking a look is Kobe Blunt, but it's out of play. And it's a long strike number 2. Two and 2, 1 away. In the top of the 6th inning, the Merchants' lead has been trimmed to just 1, 6-5. There's been a run scored in every inning outside of the third in this offensive showdown between PIL sides. Quinn readies. The 2-2 pitch is a check swing ball. A great take by Chetinian. Quinn readies. We'll have a payoff pitch with one away. Here it comes. The payoff pitch. Check swing. It's a called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. 2 away. It'll bring up Jarrett Linward. Jarrett Linward climbs in with a chance to tie the ball game with a base hit. Tying run on second. Go ahead run on first. And Bryce Peterson warming up in the pen. Jarrett is 0 for 2. Time is called. He struck out and walked and came around to score. Quinn delivers the pitch. It's a little high, says the home plate umpire, and the count will go to 1-0. On deck is Kenny Miller. Hauk shaded behind third. Heading back to his normal spot now. Here's the pitch. It's away. 2-0. Merchant's pitchers struggling with command in this ball game. 8 free passes issued, 6 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. And we're through 5 2/3. Here's the pitch. It's a strike call to caught a piece of the plate, says home plate umpire. Highline Bears don't like it, but the count is 2-1. Merchants in their blue tops, white pants, and white lettering. Bears in white pants, navy tops, and white lettering. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. It's well outside and gets away. As both runners move up a station, the count goes to 3-2. Wild pitch moves up both batters. 3-2 the count. To Leinard. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Trevor Quinn gets out of a jam. 2 runs cross on 1 hit, and they leave 2 aboard. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your Merchants have 6, and the Bears have 5. Welcome back. Kobe Blunt leads off the bottom of the 6th inning with a 6-5 lead. Looking to add on here. Blunt 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of singles and a walk. He scored a run and was thrown out on the base paths to end the fourth. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Blunt's doing a bunch to help his batting average. He entered the night hitting right around 220. 220 to be exact. That's a swinging strike number 2. Count goes 0-2. On deck, Sam Linscott 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. And Peterson hitting behind him 0 for 2 with a walk. Merchants have gotten aboard on 9 walks in this game. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike 3. Kobe Blunt doesn't like the call. And he heads back to the dugout after a quick discussion with the home plate umpire. Voicing his displeasure, and Sam Linscott climbs in. A tough strike 3 call. And the home plate umpire issues a warning to someone in the Merchants dugout. Writing it down in his notepad now. Harold Pyatt voicing his displeasure. A delay in this ball game. And we are back underway. Linscott climbs in. He'll lead off, or he'll play with 1 away and nobody on. Here's the pitch. It's up and in. And the ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Here's the 1-0. It's a called strike. 1-1 the count. Infield playing way back, but fairly straight up. Here's the pitch. It's up high. 2-1 the count. Oh, 2-1 the count, 1 away, and Jenkins steps off. Here he comes. The 2-1. It's low and away. 3-1 the count. Merchants looking for a base runner. They lead 6-5 with Peterson on deck. Here's the pitch. It's fouled away. And the count goes to 3-2. Here it comes. The payoff pitch is taken down low. A full count walk. Sam Linscott gets aboard. Merchants dugout full of talkers tonight. As Peterson climbs in, he's 0 for 2 with a walk. Jackson Swim on deck, looking for a chance to drive in a couple more. Here's the pitch. It's away, and the count goes to 1-0. 1-0 to Bryce with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Wherever you watch Everett Merchants baseball, this ball is away. Reminder that the Merchants play again on Thursday. 6:35 first pitch over in Port Angeles, a non-league game against the Port Angeles Lefties. You will be able to hear that game either here on Merchants YouTube station or on the PA Lefties Facebook page if it's not available here. Here's the 2-0. It's swung on and lifted straight up. It's a tough play, but it's actually a better hit ball than I thought, and an easy play for the center fielder. It'll bring up Jackson Swim with 2 outs. In the first inning, Jackson Swim hit a 2-out, 2 RBI double for the first 2 runs of the ball game. He's 2 for 3 tonight with 2 RBIs and a run and 3 total bases. Here's the wind. Runner goes. The pitch taken down low, and the slide in is in safely. A stolen bag on a pitch down low for Sam Linscott. On deck is Max Witt, who's 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI and a run. Right fielder shading towards the right side. Pull outfield set up. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike. 1-1 the count. Jackson asking if that's the bottom of the zone, as the bottom part of this zone has been called quite liberally tonight. Outfield shifted to the left for the pull hitter. Here's the pitch. It bounces in. Runner gets it to third base on the wild pitch. 2-1 the count. Runner on third now for Jackson Swim with 2 away. 2-1 the count. Witt on deck. He'll be followed by Nick Anderson should they be needed. But first things first, Jackson Swim looking to get aboard and drive home another run. Here's the kick and the 2-1 pitch. It's a solid hit ball into the left field gap. Jackson Swim with extra bases. He'll coast into second base. The throw goes to third. A stand-up RBI double for Jackson Swim drives in the run. And it'll bring up Max Witt with a runner on second and 2 away. Jackson Swim with his 3rd hit of the evening, his 2nd extra base hit, and his 3rd RBI of the game. What a night for Jackson Swim. Max Witt climbs into the left-handed batter's box. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a walk and an RBI double. Swim having quite a run here. Bunt shown, pulled back, and a strike taken. And the count goes to 0-1. Swim coming off a tournament where he hit .439. He's having a tremendous season this night, while putting him even closer to the team lead in batting average. The 0-1 pitch is taken inside and low. The count will go to 1-1. Nights like this might make Harold Pyatt think about moving moving Jackson up the lineup a little bit. Here's the 1-1. It's a ground ball up the middle. A 2-hit night for Max Witt. They'll send Jackson Swim. He's cruising home. A 2-run night for Jackson Swim. Have a night. And another RBI for Max Witt. 2 RBIs on his first night back. And the Merchants lead 8-5. Nick Anderson climbs in, looking to drive forward Max Witt. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss for strike number 1.
20, Nick Anderson.
Anderson 0 for 2. He also reached on a walk. Witt takes a modest lead. This pitch is skied high. Out goes the third baseman, called off by the shortstop. He'll make the catch for out number 3, and that'll retire the side. But the Merchants pick up 2 runs on 2 hits and leave a man aboard. They head to the top of the 7th inning with an 8-5 lead over the Highline Bears. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union number 32. Welcome back.
Number 22.
Kenny Miller up to bat for the Highline Bears. He is 1 for 1 tonight. He's reached 3 times, been hit by a pitch, walked, and reached on a single. He also came around to score. In the second, he'll swing through Trevor Quinn's first pitch here in the top of the 7th inning. Oh, and 1 the counts. Trevor Quinn working from ahead with an 8-5 lead. Here's the pitch. It's low and bounces up in front of Jack. He'll throw the new ball back. Beautiful night for baseball here in Everett. The weather has cleared, and a breeze heading out towards left center. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ground ball. Max Witt's got it. He throws across the diamond in time for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 51, J.J. Fonlander.
Fonlander up next. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Hitting .333 on the season, right at the season average. Infield playing straight up. And a bit of a gap in left center, as Sam and Jackson shift slightly towards the right. Here's the pitch. It's away, but no, it catches a piece of the zone, and the count goes to 0-1. Quinn looks in, gets his signs, and delivers. The pitch is away. The count will leave it at 1-1. I'd like to congratulate Jackson Swim on picking up his 20th RBI on the season with that base hit in the bottom of the 6th inning. First player on the team to 20 RBIs. This ball low and away, and the count will go to 2-1. Quinn sets up. Here's the 2-1. It's a swinging strike number 2. A great pitch there by Quinn. And he gets back in the count, 2-2. Quinn sets up. He winds and delivers. The pitch outside, and the count will fill at 3-2. Bullpen quiet for the Merchants. A man working in the Bears bullpen. Here she comes. The full count pitch is lifted up towards Jackson Swim. He'll call off Austin Houck and make the play for out number 2, 2 away, and 9-hole hitter Cody Chaffis coming up.
The right fielder, number 12, Cody Chavez.
Cody Chavez climbs in. He's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. He came around to score in the 6th inning. We play top 7, 8-5, your Merchants lead, 8 runs on 8 hits for the Merchants, 5 runs on 7 hits for the Highline Bears. It's been a clean ball game. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Eight free passes issued to the Bears so far tonight. 6 walks and 2 hit by pitches. This ball is a called strike, and the count goes 0-2. Quinn working from ahead. He's allowed only 1 walk on the evening and a hit. A run scored on his watch on a sacrifice, but it belonged to Weber. Here's the set. And the 0-2 pitch is outside, and the count will go to 1-2. Harold Pyatt perhaps issuing a sign out to Jack Sheward, giving him some encouraging words. Here's the 1-2. It is away, and a nice pick by Jack, and the count goes to 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Nobody on. 8-5 Merchant lead. Here she comes. The 2-2 pitch is a lifted ball into center field. This one's going to get down in front of Sam. It's a 1 hop to Sam Linscott, and a 2-out single will bring up the top of the order in Zach Spradlin. Spradlin 0 for 1 tonight with a sacrifice, a hit by pitch, and a walk. He came around to score and is driven in a pair. A very efficient, or very effective, rather, for at-bats and only 1 plate appearance. Quinn checks his runners, working from the stretch with a runner on. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball. This should be an out. Settling, but over in time is Nick Anderson at first base to make the play for out number 3, and that will retire the side.
We're halfway through 7.
The Highline Bears strand a 1-out base runner, and they get an inning, or they get 1 hit, no runs, and no errors, nobody, or one of the man left on base. It's time to stretch here in the middle of the 7th inning. When we return, the bottom of the 7th inning will feature Max Nealon, Jack Sheward, and leadoff man Austin Hauk. When we return, you're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union number 32. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning here in Everett. Max Nealon leads off against the new pitcher for the Highline Bears, number 33, Trey Woodworth. Woodworth inherits an 8-5 deficit in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here in a very long ball game for your Merchants. We have passed the 2.5 hours mark. Jack Sheward up next, but first Max Nealon will lead off the inning. Here's the pitch. It's low and away for ball 1. Merchants have 8 runs on 8 hits and 9 free passes. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Bears with 8 walks and hit by pitches as well. So lots of men getting on via the walk and the hit by pitch. This is a well hit ball out towards center, but drifting over to make the play as the center fielder for out number 1. It'll bring up Jack Sheward, who's 1 for 2 tonight with a pair of RBIs. He's also walked. Getting some encouraging words from Harold Pyatt. Up next is Austin Hauk. Hauk is 0 for 3, but we'll get to him in just a moment. First up, Jack Sheward. Here's the pitch. It's a taken strike, and the Hauk goes to 0-1. Infield shifted slightly to the left as well as the outfield. Here's the pitch. It's taken for a strike at the knees. Oh, and 2 with a 1 away, and the base is cleared in the bottom of the 7th in a marathon of a ball game. Here's the 0-2. It's away, and the count will go to 1-2. Here she comes. The 1-2 pitch is down low, and the count will go to 2-2. Two and 2. Jack Sheward in the batter's box. Here we come. The 2-2 pitch is away. A great take by Jack, and the count will fill. An hour or 2 hours and 34 minutes into this ball game. And a full count to Jack Stewart. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted out to left center field. On the run is the outfielder, and he'll play it off the wall. A stand-up double for Jack Stewart. He's 2 for 3 tonight with 4 total bases. What a night for Jack Stewart. And it'll bring up leadoff man Austin Houck. What a shame that ball was hit here in Everett and not in a ballpark anywhere else in the PIL where that would have left the park. Bounced halfway up the 20-foot wall at the 390 sign. That was a mammoth of a hit ball. And Austin Houck climbs in 0 for 3 tonight with a sacrifice fly, drove in a run. With 1 away, he's looking to drive in Jack Stewart. Woodworth delivers. This is well outside for ball 1. Woodworth holds the ball. He winds and delivers. The pitch is low and away. 2-0 to Austin Houck. Houck leads the team in walks with 17 on OBS at 410. So good numbers for Houck in this situation. Kobe Blunt's on deck. He's 2 for 3. Here's the pitch. It's low, bounces away, but Jack stays where he's at. He probably could have made it, but no sense in running into and out at third base when you're already in scoring position. As the insurance run. Bottom of the 7th inning. Merchants looking to add on here with an 8-5 lead. Woodworth looks in and delivers. The pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 3-1. Three and 1 the count. Runner on second base. Woodworth delivers. The pitch is low and away, and Austin Houck reaches on a 1-out walk, and there's now runners on second and third for Kobe Blunt, who's 2 for 3 tonight. 2 for 3 with a walk. He's scored a run, and would love to get on board for Sam Linscott, who's 0 for 1 with 3 walks. A clean game in terms of errors, but not a clean game in terms of players reaching. That's the 10th free pass issued to the Merchants tonight. 10 walks to Merchant batters by this Highline pitching staff. Here's the pitch to Kobe. It's down low, and the count goes to 1-0. Excuse me, that is the 11th walk of the evening issued to Merchants batters. 1-0 the count to Kobe Blunt. Here's the pitch. It's swung on, lifted out towards right center field. The catch is made. Jack Stewart tags and gets the stop sign. A bit of a chaotic play at second base. And a fly out to right field is the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Sam Linscott, 0 for 1 with 3 walks. He's scored 2. Love to drive in, or would love to get aboard for the 4th time tonight. Jack Stewart on at second. Austin Houck on at first base, and Sam Linscott looking to drive in a run. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and the count goes to 1-0. I would love to look at the pitch breakdown in this ballgame. It feels like the Highline Bears have to have thrown more balls than strikes to this point. Here's the 1-0. It's a strike call, just barely catching a part of that zone. And the count will even at 1-1. 8-5, bottom of the 7th inning. 8 runs on 9 hits for the Merchants. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Bears. 11 walks issued to the Merchants in this ballgame. Here's the 1-1. It's swung on and fouled down the line, out of play. And the count will go to 1-2. 1-2 the count. Woodworth delivers the pitch, and it hits Sam Linscott to load the bases. 11 walks and a hit by pitch issued to the Merchants in this ballgame will bring up Bryce Peterson with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bullpen quiet for the Merchants. Jackson Swim on deck. Peterson 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. This pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. A tough call there. Every Merchant batter has reached tonight, and every Merchant batter outside of Jackson Swim has walked in this ballgame. Absolutely incredible numbers in this game. And the score is 8-5. Here's the pitch. It's a foul tip, and the count goes to 0-2. Jack Stewart on at third base, Austin Houck on at second, and Sam Linscott on at first base. Peterson in the batter's box, and in the on-deck circle is Jackson Swim. And the Highline Bears in a ton of trouble here. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. An incredible night for zone control for these Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's down low. 2-2 the count now. 11 walks, a hit by pitch, and 9 hits for the Merchants. Their offense has been humming in this ball game, continuing on from their success they've had in the last 2 games. An 11-1 win over the Studs and a 6-1 win over the Panners. This ball is hit up the line. It's a fair ball into the corner. This could score 3. 2 cross. Sam Linscott comes charging around. Bryce Peterson gets the stop sign. A stand-up 3 RBI triple. And the score is 11-5 Merchants. Peterson picks up his first hit of the ball game. It's a bases clearing triple. 11-5 Merchants. And this ball game just got blown wide open. Swim with a chance to pick up his 21st RBI on the season and his 4th here tonight if he can pick up his 4th hit of the ballgame. Here's the pitch from Woodworth. It's away, and the count goes to 1-0. An incredible night for this offense, and the Merchants have scored at least 11 runs in all 3 meetings with the Bears this season. Infield playing back and straight up. There's a strike called. Catching a piece of the plate, says the home plate umpire. And the count is 1-1. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a swinging ball up the middle, nearly taking the pitcher's head off. An RBI single will drive in Bryce Peterson. A 4-for-5 night for Jackson Swim. Have a night. And another RBI for Jackson, is 4th of the ball game. 21 on the season for Jackson Swim. And he continues to prove why he is an integral part of this offense. Max Witt, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run. He's also reached on a walk. On deck is pinch hitter Mickey Coyne. He'll take over at first base. But first things first, Max Witt. Woodworth looks in, delivers. This pitch is a strike on the inside corner. The count goes to 0-1. Coyne takes back to sack on the on-deck circle. He'd be next, taking over for Anderson. Swim on it first. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is low, and it'll leave it at 1-1. Witt is the 8th man to the plate. 4 runs across already in the inning on 3 hits. And a man on first. Trey Woodworth looks in, delivers. The 1-1 pitch. It's a strike called. Witt's not so sure. He'll climb back in. After he takes a minute, takes a couple hacks. 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's swung on. A hopping ball. Jackson Swim avoids it, but the throw over is in time for out number 3. But the Merchants send 8 men to the plate and score 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and leave a man on board. When we come back, your Merchants will look to protect their 12-5 lead. We'll head to the top of the 8th inning. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, brought to you by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back to Everett Memorial Stadium. We play in the top of the 8th inning. Cole Chambers leads off the inning and will face Trevor Quinn. This is a ground ball, base hit up the line. It gets into the corner, and Chambers will head to second. The throw in is into the middle infield, cut off by Witt before it gets to the line, and a leadoff double for Cole Chambers.
Brings up the third baseman, number 5, James Cobelt.
Cobelt is 1 for 3 tonight with a sacrifice fly, an RBI, and a run scored. 12 runs on 11 hits for your Merchants, 5 runs on 9 hits for the Highline Bears. Trevor Quinn looks in. This is a ground ball hit right to it. He catches it on one hop. He'll throw it across the diamond. Mickey Coyne getting his first work of the evening. A 5-3 ground out will bring up Keelan Martin with 1 away and a runner on at second base.
First baseman, number 27, Keelan Martin.
Martin climbs in. 3 for 4 night for Martin. He's having an excellent game. 2 RBIs and a double. He also popped out to the third baseman rather. Pickoff moved to second base, and they nearly got him. Umpire says he got in under the tag. And Nealon nearly with an excellent play over there at second base, but in last. Runner stays on at second with 1 away. Here's Quinn's pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner. The count goes to 0-1. Nine hits by this Highline offense tonight. A good night for their offense, but pitching has not followed it up as that pitch hits Martin and sends him to first base. The third hit by pitch of the evening for the Merchants. Merchants pitching having some issues with their command as well, as they've given up 6 walks and 3 hit by pitches in this game, along with those 9 hits. Runners on second and third will bring up Cole Tretinian, the designated hitter. He's 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a single. Infield double play depth. Outfield nearly straight up. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. Nice pick by Jack Sheward to keep the runners at their stations. Wind beginning to strengthen out towards left. On deck is Leinard. And a pitcher warming up in the Merchants pen. This ball is popped straight up behind the screen, and it'll bounce into the stands and into the netting right by one of our fans there. And the count will go to 1-1. 1-1. That ball ending up between the concrete behind home plate and the grandstands. That ball is gone forever. Here's the 1-1. It's a ground ball softly hit to Witt. He'll field it, throw over in time for out number 2. It'll advance both runners, but with 2 down, in the out will get out of the inning. Runners on second and third for the Merchants, and Jared Leinert up next. The catcher, he's 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and a pair of Ks. He did come around to score on his only time on base this evening. A pitcher warming up in the Merchants pen. Can't get a number for you yet. And don't recognize the face from this far away as he's starting some soft tosses. Thank you. First pitch is low and away. Nice stop there by Jack Sheward. We just got word that it's Gavin Bullock warming up in the pen. He may come in for the 9th. 1-0 to Quinn. Or 1-0 pitch for Quinn. Here it comes. It's a low pitch number 2, and the count goes to 2-0 on Jack Leinert. Top of the 8th inning. 12-5 Merchants lead. A big bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. It's a strike called. Merchants scored 2 in the first, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 4 runs in the 7th inning to really put it on the Highline Bears. Quinn delivers. The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2, and the count goes to 2-2. Read my scorecard there wrong. I thought that was strike number 3. But instead, a very excited strike number 2 call. Count leaving it 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's away. And the count will go to 3-2. Infield straight up and deep. Outfield also back. Sheward behind the plate, and Quinn looking to end the inning. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball out to Jackson Swim. On the run at the line, he will reach out and make the catch in foul territory, and that will retire the side. Your Merchants strand 2 base runners, or 2 Highline Bears base runners, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 12-5, your Merchants lead. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball, presented by the Longshoremen's Local Union, number 32. Welcome back. New pitcher for the Bears. We don't have a name, so he will be referred to as Bears pitcher number 5. Mickey Coyne pinch hitting, or rather, hitting his spot after a defensive change, and he'll take a ball 1 outside. Max Nealon on deck. And Jared Wade set to hit in the hole, perhaps, as he was out swinging the bat earlier. This ball is a softly hit ball, and it is just foul. And it's a very exciting strike number 1 to even the count. Nealon on deck. He's 0 for 2. Mickey Coyne in his first plate appearance of the evening. The pitcher, Ruddies. He kicks and delivers. The 1-1 is inside, and the count will go to 2-1. The Bears pitcher, number 5, or the 5th Bears pitcher, is 2-1. He gets the sign that he likes. He kicks and delivers. The 2-1 is away. 3-1 the count. 11 walks on the evening for Merchants hitters. Another ball would make it 12 to go with a hit by pitch. Here's the wind. And the 3-1. It is down low. The 12th walk of the evening for Merchants hitters. 9 of the 10 hitters for the Merchants have walked. And the man who hasn't is Jackson Swim, who is 4 for 5 with 6 bases at 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. So I'd say he's done pretty good for himself despite not walking. Here's the first pitch to Nealon. It's up and in. And the count goes to 1-0. 12 runs on 11 hits for the Merchants. 5 runs on 9 hits for the Bears. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 2-0. And in danger of issuing the 13th walk of the evening. Nealon's already reached twice. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of walks and a run scored. The throwback is not in time to get Coyne at first base. Jared Wade is pinch hitting for Jack Sheward. His night behind the plate likely done, or is done, as he's being pinch hit for. Gavin Benson in the pin. Here's the pitch. It's a swung on grounded ball to the shortstop. Nice pick. Throw over to second in time. On to first. And it's in time for the double play. 6-4-3, a spectacular double play for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up pinch hitter number 34, Jared Wade.
Pinch hitting number 34, Jared Wade.
Jared Wade pinch hitting for Jack Sheward. His night's over. He was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a walk. He also scored a run. Wade hits with 2 outs and the bases clear in the bottom of the 8th inning. On deck is Austin Houck. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's well away. And the count goes to 1-0. Wade readies. Rain falling here in Everett. This pitch is a check swing. They say he went. And the count goes to 1-1. No check to first. And the count goes to 1-1 with 2 away. 12-5 Merchant lead in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. Jared Wade looking to battle here. He's hitting 143 on the year, 2 for 14 with a pair of walks and 1 RBI. He scored 3 runs. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's away, and the count will leave it at 2-2. Should he get aboard, Austin Houck would be up next looking for his first hit of the ball game. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. is a taken ball. A fantastic take. The pitcher was halfway to the dugout. And the count will go to 3-2 with 2 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the wind, and the payoff pitch is taken up high, and Jared Wade draws a walk, the 13th walk of the evening. 10 Merchants batters have walked out of the 11 that have come to the plate. Every Merchants batter that has come to the plate this evening has reached base at least one time. Hauk looking for his first base hit. He's reached on a walk. Pickoff move to first base, not in time. It was close. They nearly got him at first base. Breeze blowing out to left as the rain falls here in Everett. Here's the pitch. It's a swung on lifted ball. Down the line, it'll get out of play for allowed out number 1. "12 runs on 11 hits for the Merchants, 5 runs on 9 hits for the Bears. No errors in this ball game, but a bevy of walks. 22 walks and 4 hit batters, and this pitch is fouled away. If you combine the teams, it's an incredible show of either zone control by the hitters or lack of control by the pitching tonight. 12-5, Merchants lead the Bears here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. The 0-2 is taken for a ball. Good take by Austin, and the count will go to 1-2. We have reached the 3-hour and 2-minute mark of this ball game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-2. It's swung on a miss for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Austin Hauk strands Jared Wade at first base. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Your Merchants lead the Highline Bears by a score of 12-5. Welcome back. Bottom of the 9th inning, or top of the 9th inning, rather. 12-5 lead for the Merchants. Shortstop Riley Parker is catching for the Merchants, and Gavin Bullock climbs in to face Kenny Miller. Gavin Bullock on the season, 7 appearances, 2 starts, 2-1 record, and then he misses on the first pitch. 2.51 ERA on the year. 4 runs earned, 5 overall, 8 strikeouts, and 3 walks. This pitch is fouled away, and the count will go to 1-1. Infield playing back.
He had 2 outs and he got every single batter to 2 strikes.
On deck is Jeffrey Fonlander. But the count's 1-1 with nobody away. Here's the pitch from Bullock. It's a swinging ground ball foul, And the count will go to 1-2.
A lot of trust in the guy. He's never been hit like that.
No, they've ridden him for years. Frustrating when he played years ago. When he college, very disappointing.
Infield back. Outfield straight away. And Riley Parker behind the plate. Here's the pitch from Bullock. It's blown away. Nice block by Riley Parker to keep that ball in front of him. The dugout is on the rail watching Riley Parker catch this ball game. The rain appears to have let up. This pitch is a swinging, lifted ball, but foul out of play. And the count will go to 2-2. Throw back a little high to Bullock. Parker doing a great job behind the dish. Bullpen empty. Bullock will go the rest of the way. On deck, Fonlander. Miller's 1 for 2 with a pair of free passes. This pitch is a ground ball chopper to second base. Bad play on the back hop. That'll get into center field, and the runner reaches on an error by Austin Houck. First error of the ball game. Charged Austin Houck.
The center fielder, number 51, J.J. Fonlander.
Fonlander up for the Highline Bears with one on and nobody away. Breeze blowing out to left field in this 12-5 affair. Here's the pitch from Bullock. It's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. On deck is a new hitter, number 14. That is Dakota Hill. Pitch to Fonlander is fouled away. The count will go to 0-2. Fonlander readies. Miller takes his lead at first base. He's on an error. Here's the pitch. It's a foul off ball, and the count will stay at 0-2. J.J. Fonlander readies for Bullock's pitch. Here it comes. The 0-2 is a ground ball to Witt. Could be 2. Over to second for 1. On to first. It's not in time. And a 5-4 fielder's choice will be the first out of the inning, and it'll bring up pinch hitter number 14, Dakota Hill.
Now batting number 14, Dakota Hill.
Dakota Hill pinch hitting for Cody Chavez. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging, bouncing ball, and it will go foul. Will tag it in foul territory for out number 1. Smart play there by the third baseman. It would have been a tough play at first. Breeze blowing out towards left as the rain has stopped for the moment in Everett. Hill will climb back in with an 0-1 count. Runner on first base is Fonlander. Highline Bears need a bunch of runners. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. 0-2 the count to Dakota Hill. A ground ball could end the game. Merchants lead by 7. They're up 12-5 in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. It's outside. And the count goes to 1-2. In line for the win tonight is Jackson Weber. Should this scoreline hold? 1-2 the count, 1 away. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing. An excellent check. And the count will go to 2-2. Riley Parker behind the dish. In a fun moment here in Everett. Runner on first is Fonlander. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ball past Witt. He's able to slow it down enough to keep the runner at second base. He bluffs to third. The back throw to second base nearly gets him. And Fonlander nearly running into an unnecessary out here, down by 7. Another base hit for the Bears. They have 5 runs on 10 hits. Merchants 12 runs on 11 hits. They've committed 1 error. Zach Spratlin leading off this ball game. He's hitting here 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, a walk, and a sacrifice bunt with 2 RBIs. This is a foul chopper out of play, and the count will go to 2-0-1. You know it's a long ball game, folks, when your past results section of your online scorebook has a scroll bar. We are 3 hours and 11 minutes into this ball game. 12-5 your score. Here's the 0-1. It's a swinging, lacing ball down the right field line, but foul. And the count's 0-2. With men aboard, Gavin Bullock's allowed a batting average of .250 and an on-base percentage of .294. 8 hits and 2 walks for 10 total bases. Bullock checks his runners and delivers. The 0-2 is outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Infield straight away as well as the outfield. Parker calling the signs from behind the dish, and Spradling steps out. Climbs back in and readies for the pitch. Bullock comes set. Looks in. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled away. Straight back, and the count will go to 2, or will stay rather at 1-2. With the win, the Merchants would win their 9th conference game of the season and pull into a virtual tie with Seattle. However, Seattle has a number of games left to play, more than the Merchants do in Pacific International League play. Here's the pitch. It's low and away, bounces away from Parker, but able to stay with it. A great stop by Parker to keep the runners on their stations, and he gets some lauding from his dugout. On deck, Cole Chambers, the left fielder. 1 for 4 with 3 Ks, a walk, and a double. Bullock looks in. He's pitching a 2-2 count. Here it comes. The 2-2 is a cold strike 3 for out number 2. Spradlin doesn't like it. That's his first strikeout of the night. It'll bring up Cole Chambers with 1 out left for the Highline Bears. They're down to their final out. Merchants looking for their 9th conference win of the season. They would move to 9-4 on the year, and a perfect 9-0 against teams in league play that aren't the studs. 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging lifted ball out to Jackson Swim. He's charging, and he will make the play on the run, and that will retire the side. Your Merchants win this ball game by a score of 12-5. 12 runs on 11 hits, 1 error against for the Merchants, 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Highline Bears. Your Merchants pick up their 9th win in conference play and move to 9-4 on the Pacific International League season. And they move their overall record up as well. I'd like to remind you, the Merchants are back in action on Thursday. They play the PA Lefties at 6:35 in Port Angeles. That game will be available either here or at the Port Angeles Lefties Facebook Live page. Until then, I'm Sean O'Connor. Good night, everybody.